Alright, what's up guys? I'm coming at you with a YouTube video on Gimp. If anyone uses Gimp, I know Kitty does Photoshop, and this is a pretty similar program. You can get pretty close results with it. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how I did my signature. And this goes good with forums and other websites. You could put it pretty much anywhere. It's really simple to make. You don't need to download anything extra unless you want a font to go with it, a nice font. Anyways, okay guys, remember we're going for this look right here, and I believe, where is it? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just set your width to 500 pixels, height to 200. It's pretty much how I do it, and you don't need this because we are making a transparent background like so. So anyways, to get started, you don't have to layer group everything like this. It just keeps everything better organized. Anyways, to get started, um, select this tool and the default hardness 100 circle. Pretty default here. Don't have to download anything special. Turn it up to desired amount. Whoa. I'm gonna assume 40 is fine. And the color doesn't matter at this point. Just drop it right there. And you right click on layer, alpha to selection. Should bring up this. Select your gradient tool. Click here. Scroll down to the very last one. It's called yellow orange. Gives it a nice gradient effect. You can hold control for straight lines, by the way. And bam, that's it. You got this down. Now duplicate this, and it doesn't matter which layer you use, obviously, because they're the same. Do alpha to select alpha is that? Yeah, alpha to selection again, and go to select at the top here, and hit grow, and you want to grow that by 2 pixels. And now what you do is same gradient tool, go here, and you scroll up till you see something that, you know what? Select foreground and background, the default, and come here in your color selector, and we're gonna use a nice pink and a nice purple, nearly the same. One's just a little bit darker. Start at the top and drag down, and there you go. Nice circle right there. Now you want to take this layer, the outline that you just made, alpha to selection again. Well, first duplicate it, but alpha to selection again. Set this back to default, and just put both of them to black, 100% black. Drag down, bam. That will create this. If you see it, just a black circle. Then you take that position on the bottom layer. If you don't know how to move layers around, on the bottom layer, you just move that. Whoops. Move that down a little bit. Go to filters, blur, Gaussian blur, and I think 5 or 6 should do it. At least 7. 6 is fine. And it gives it a nice shadow right there. And that's pretty much it to making the circle. Anyways, so let's create new layer. And if you want everything to look what is it, nice, I guess, and you don't want everything to look cheap, like I'll show you what I mean by cheap. And I got cheap here. The pink borders are a lot smaller. If you want to keep all the borders the same, which is what I originally wanted to do, but a little bit time consuming, you take the orange layer, duplicate that once. You move this somewhere, like say like right here for instance. Scale tool. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna scale that down just a tad. position it wherever you feel is best. Duplicate this layer again. Alpha to selection, select, grow. Same thing we did last time, same process. Um, Actually, and there you go. This keeps the borders the same size, no matter disregarding the size of the circle itself. Okay, so right here what's going on is I just sped the video up. I'm just duplicating the small circle, or the small circle that we made, and not changing any of the border sizes to match the rest of the image. Just duplicating it and scaling it down to make it a little bit smaller. And I felt that this was pretty self-explanatory and people didn't need to be told how to use the duplication tool and yada yada yada. It just makes the video a lot longer and filled with needless information that people already know. So anyways, on with the rest of the tutorial. So now we're gonna do the drip effect. Or actually candy drip as basically this nice little effect going on there. I only applied it to one of them. It's actually it's easy, a little bit time consuming. So what we're actually going to do is merge this down and please, for the love of God, add it to the. It's not working. It won't even let me. Weird. Is it something to do with the size? That is weird. It won't even let me move the layer up manually. Circle jump. Because of that, actually. Oh, actually, I forgot to duplicate. Actually, no, we're not duplicating it. C drip. I'll name it C drip. This is a pretty quick tutorial. I'm trying to keep it short here, so bear with me. I set to like about not 20 too big, 2 pixels, about 2 pixels, and control the color pick and color pick your image. So what we're gonna do here is zoom in a good amount. You can see what you're doing, and I don't know what brush actually works best. What I did for this is just drag it straight down. Maybe one a little bit shorter than the other. So that looks fine. And just excuse me. To make it look like there's a drift going on now. If you want to get really technical, you could using the same color just to edit it a little bit. Bring the value down a lot, really dark. And oh, not that tool, pencil tool. So it actually does individual pixels. And something like that. Maybe something to this effect. And like that right there. And maybe not so extreme on the dark. I feel it looks fine. It really looks fine. I think I went a little bit too extreme or too dark. Easily just fix that. It's probably gonna give much better result. Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, that's how I do my drips. I'm not sure how other people do it, but it's pretty much basically except. Oh yeah, actually, the light is supposedly coming from this direction, so does a little bit backwards, but you get the gist of it. Just to make it more believable. Yeah, shouldn't matter that much. Anyways, that's pretty much how you do it. I mean, you can get technical with it and add like big drips or whatever. Add deeper shadows, more shading, blur it a little bit if you want. But that's pretty much essentially how I make this one. Comes down like this, gets real skinny, and then drips. Kind of make it to the curvature of the circle here to make it look, I guess, better. This drip, pretty much the same thing. There's not much to it. So I guess these are a little bit different. I just took the color, the border here, and basically just took this tool, the brush tool, with a higher ratio size. Oh, maybe not that. Yeah, size like 40, 30-ish, 20. Just, boom. But, you get the gist of it. So, what's next? What's next? What's next? Showed you how to do the bubbles. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory too. You just alpha select it, add a gradient. The purple actually just threw over it because purple and pink, pretty good color combination along with orange. Gives that nice candy look to it, I guess. And the text, I guess that's the only thing left, huh? Let's see, as far as text goes, I hate Gimp's text tool. I think it was called Dream MMA. This could be found on thefont.com where I downloaded it. Set the color to black. Text box a little bit. Anything. Oh, apparently you can't use capital as text. Capital letters. Just throw in anything, literally. And when you first make a text layer, you should get, well, a text layer. And this is so you can go back and edit it whenever. But if you just alpha select it and do any changes to it, like say I do this, I didn't change anything at all, just because I applied the gradient to it. Technically, it changes it from text to a now layer image. So what you want to do here is that this doesn't really matter right now. Maybe in later tutorials I get more technical with it. What you want to do is you want to duplicate it. It doesn't matter. Alpha to selection. Go back to select. Grow. Maybe 1 quarter length, because the letters are kind of close to each other. So I think 1 should do fine. Or actually, let's go with 2 anyway. Let's go with 2. Yeah, 2's a bit too much. Let's stick with 1. You don't want it to be too overwhelming. And deselect it. You can choose any gradient you want, pretty much, and just throw it on there like brushed aluminum. Bam. Keep it nice shiny. But for this one, actually, I edited my own gradient, so I'm gonna be using that, which is the same gradient I used in the original. Comes out real nice, and just because mine's a little bit rough, like hard edges, I don't like that too much. Just give it a little blur, not too much, not anything big, not going overboard with anything. You just merge these two together, and you got good text. And same thing to create a shadow. Alpha to selection, do this, that whole thing. Take the actually, what did I turn into a shadow? Hmm. But that is weird. Um, merge? Alpha to selection? I'm not sure what I did there. Oh well. I don't see it really impact. Oh, okay. I see what I did. I didn't have that selected. Good thing it didn't really matter. Anyways, with this selected, just move this layer down. Same direction as the rest of the shadows here. Uh, Depending on how far you want to put it, sometimes it could look really obvious. You put the shadow too far if the text isn't large enough. Sometimes if the text is too small, you should just better off putting it like right here. And I think the closer objects are to the actual ground, the less you should Gaussian blur it. And since this is about the same as that, it doesn't. You could probably stay in a 4 to 7 radius. I'm gonna go maybe 4. Nice 4, so the edges aren't too sharp. Anyways, that's text and the bubbles. And anyways, guys, this rest of the tutorial is pretty much boring. It's just me putting down I guess the candy pink and purple and rotating the text. I figured most of you probably would skip past this anyway. There's nothing too complex, I'm sure everyone who uses Gimp should know how to do this. Pretty, really self-explanatory, pretty simple. And right here I'm just rotating the text a bit. Uh, this type of signature with the circles, whatever. It looks really nice if done right. Um, don't go too crazy with it. Don't put too many circles. Don't put too less circles so that your image is boring. It should look fine, and as long as you save it and export it as a .png file, you should have no problems. It should look fine. Shouldn't have any problems with it. And thanks for watching, guys. I know the tutorial was kind of long, but really appreciate feedback, and hope you enjoyed it.